It's football time in Tennessee. Those words have long been associated with running through the tee, the glory of the checkerboard end zone, and the Big Orange ready to do battle. Coaches like to say, play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Total weather to crank us up. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He's got great speed. They get him out of bounds at the 46, and he sets him up with terrific field position on that return. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Handoff from the shotgun. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Looking to pass. It's Arnold. They're setting up the screen. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They'll run the sneak for it. And the Tigers will keep this drive going.
And how about that call? You're right around midfield, 4th down on your opening drive, so you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
They go to the ground. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown LSU! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner will be dragged down. First down for the offense. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. He's got an open man. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Handoff to the single back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
And the Volunteers are on the move. Here's the handoff. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short now. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. They just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
And that was a nice second down run and setting up third and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
They'll try to power their way ahead. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
And the Vols getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's looking to throw on third and short. Gets rid of it. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. And now the offense will come onto the field again. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree. Jesse agrees. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And he intercepts it. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Power football with the run. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Finds the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A third down try for the offense. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Tennessee.
A third and long coming up here. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
The Volunteers will try to pick it up on fourth down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it, and they convert. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Quick completion to the right. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Volunteer! On to attempt the try. Smashes it through for the PAT. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Oklahoma was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Sooners performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Arnold. He's right on target. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves to change for the first down.
And they may have caught the defense snapping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that third down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football in these third down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physical. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
2nd down coming up. Defense looks as if it's coming. Going to the running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop, and now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
He's got the tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
They're testing the right side here. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
He's got it again. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
2nd is short equals bow up, be physical, move a hole, get a gap, let my back fall forward. That back had nowhere to run, no push up front. Got to be more physical, Jesse, on those 2nd down and short situations.
So for that point, David, I think you got to stick with it if you're on offense. As a staff, challenge your guys to get some push up front. You've recruited this position really well. You need these guys to move some bodies because you've got a talented guy in the backfield that can hurt this defense if you just give him a crease. Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. They'll try to pick up the first. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. The Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Quarterback checking the play. Wants to throw on first down. Fires left. It's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Volunteers are in the hurry-up. Grab behind the line. It's Hart. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And that pass is intercepted. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Tigers. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. Makes a move. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, 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 no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
And the returner goes down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The give to the back. Across the 25, he's got room. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Now on first down from the 30. To the air, it's Arnold. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. On second down, he'll let it fly. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll run this play from the pistol. Caught in the backfield. It's Hart. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
On second down, looking to throw. Unloads it left. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Man, teams that play cover one at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, he breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
He's piled up 97 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Touchdown, Tigers! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
He couldn't get close to the marker, got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3. And the Vols will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Getting some heat. The freshman able to get home with the sack. LSU quick to the line. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll try the run. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Fires to the big fella. Turns it on in midfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up. But this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He's got it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. And after that strong play on 1st down, they're right on the cusp of a score. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown ball! They'll try to tack 1 more on their score.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Offensively, are you going to take 4-6 every play? Yes, please. Sign me up for that. I'm going to take that every single time. Great job by the offense. Staying patient, staying true to who they are. You want to run the football. You want to be physical. You want to establish yourself. Check, check, check.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. ground here as they go back to work after the break. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They ripped off 7 on that. Third down and 3.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. The Tigers get enough to move the chains.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
He's got his man, and they swarm him under. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
And I tell you what, why would you not do this? I love it. Short yardage situation, get your QB sneak. You've already got everything going. You got a few first downs. You got that momentum on your side. Just get the first down, get that new set of downs. Now, if you want to go attack now.
Toss to the outside. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Leaves it with the back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. From the gun, the ground game. The Tigers have enough for the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They've got the lead here in the 4th. They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Squirted out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And the offense is doing probably exactly what you want them to do. What do we need to do? We need to run clock. We got the lead. We're in a good situation to get points. Now, tick, 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 tick. The clock is my friend.
They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, LSU! They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up, or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
The offense buried deep in its own end, desperately needing to score, and they better lock it down because that pass rush is coming. And oh, did they know that one was coming? They'll knock him down in the backfield. Hoping to find one that works this time on second down from the 7. The running back has it. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Give him 96 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Tight end finds a soft spot. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. Snags it down the right side. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there. Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Throws to the tight end. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David,